It's time to make your great escape, and heaven knows you need a break. Forget your duties, forget your cares. It's good to get away.
Once the Sibley family had recruited all the investors to build this place, they assembled an army of workers, and they wanted it completed quickly. And as the work started here, there was one remaining feature of that Confederate powder works that was not torn down. It's the powder works chimney. And that chimney is still standing today. Even a lot of people who've spent most of their lives in Augusta may not realize this, but the chimney is not a part of Sibley Mill. It looks that way from the street, but it's a separate piece of property and a separate structure about 10 feet from the mill's front door. And it was preserved as a monument to the people that worked here and people that lived and died during the Civil War for that cause. And one of the things the Sibley family added, besides the interesting architecture, is they put a very colorful coat of arms in painted molding over the mill's main entrance. And it has a saying in Latin, esse quam videri, and translated that means to be rather than to seem.
The people that worked here really were dominated by the company, the ownership of the property, socially and otherwise, because they provided the housing, which was all around this mill. The company owned the housing. They live in company housing. They work in the store. The mill bell would ring to bring them to work. It would ring for lunch break, and it'd ring to end of the day for them to leave and another shift to come in. The churches were built by the company. The baseball teams, the recreational areas were all built by the company. You had a company store. You could get loans from the company, redeemable at only the company store. And of course, today you go to an industrial site and you'll have the sandwich wagons that would come. They even had those. They were drawn by mules or horses, and they would sell soft drinks, and they'd rotate among all these mills. They'd pull through, and the guy that operated that would also redeem the money of the scrip they got from the company for loans to buy merchandise from the wagons that they would come circulating through the mill.
Sibley Mill, with all of its looms and all of its employees and all of its prosperity, operated for over 100 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They closed on 4th of July and part of the day on Christmas. But everything has to come to an end, and for the Sibley, the end was hastened by the decline of textiles all across the United States. Fewer and fewer employees worked here. It went through a series of ownership and processes, and the end came in June of 2006 when the mill unfortunately closed its doors for the last time as an operating textile mill. At that time, this complex that once had 1,200 workers here, there were only 115 employees left, and they closed the doors and walked away.